San Diego calls on Wade LeBlanc tonight. The left-hander has a home ERA of 2.58, eighth best in the National League. On a hot summer's night, freshen up. It's time for Padres baseball. Beautiful Petco Park in downtown San Diego, and welcome aboard as the San Diego Padres ready to host the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's the second game of this midweek 3-game series. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg, the first place Padres ready to go at it again. Last night, their 16th shutout, a couple of two-run home runs. The season continues to melt into something very special.
It is magical down there in that dugout. We saw it last night. This Padre team continues to play good, sound, fundamental baseball. And that gap between the Giants and the Padres might be starting to get a little bit bigger because the Giants took a tough loss today to those Cincinnati Redlegs.
Well, the proof is in the standings, and here's how the National League West sets right now as we go into play. The Giants with a loss today to Cincinnati in extra innings. Barry Zito had to come in relief, took the loss. So the Padres with a victory could move 6.5 up. Rockies won. They were down 10-1 and won their game, so they stayed 10 back, and the Dodgers were in Milwaukee are 12 out of first place.
When you look at that Giant loss, it's just not a loss. That's an emotional loss. Extra innings at home, that takes a lot out of a ball club. So we'll have to keep an eye on the Giants down the stretch to see how that loss affects that ball club.
So where do we go from here?
Well, we go to the San Diego Padres. You go what happened last night and the people who were very instrumental in the victory last night. Clayton Richards started it off, but let's go with the Shillelaghs. Kristen Norvia in the number 8 spot going to the upper tank for his 9th of the year. Some speed on the base paths as well. Will Venable also stealing a base. And then Clayton Richard had some wild streaks, but he found that control. The walks did not hurt the left-hander. It was a good night for everybody, and hence the great record in the hot month of August.
Now that will surprise fans around the nation when they look at the best records in August. Yes, they know that San Diego has continued to play great baseball, but tied with the Cincinnati Reds as we go to work tonight with the best in this month's play, 15-7. So that takes us right to tonight and a battle of a couple of left-handers. Let's look at our starting pitching matchup. Left-hander Joe Saunders, his pitching coach used to be Buddy Black with the California Angels. He's 1-3 as a Diamondback came over in the trade for Dan Herron. Wade LeBlanc, he wants to improve that 7-11 mark. His ERA, certainly you can be proud of that number, 3.85. And our pitching matchup brought to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Louisiana left-hander and former University of Alabama star Wade LeBlanc ready to work. termite inspection is Corky's. See proof of your termite problem with your own eyes. Call Corky's at 1-800-901-1102. Corky's. And we're set to go. Wade LeBlanc to face Stephen Drew, Justin Upton, and Kelly Johnson here in the first inning. Padres looking for their 76th win of the year. LeBlanc with a strike. And a look at Wade LeBlanc's pitching profile, brought to you by the Mark Condos. Luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300s. Go to the marksandiego.com. Fast working LeBlanc quickly jumps 2 strikes up on Drew.
He needs to bounce back after the last outing at Milwaukee. 3 1/3, 7 earned runs. He was wild in the strike zone.
He had trouble getting the ball down around the knees. Most of the pitches are right up there in the letters.
He only walked 1 Milwaukee Brewer, but gave up 7 hits, 7 runs.
That was the game where the Padres scored 3 in the first inning and then had a 5-2 lead and a 6-5 lead, and eventually the Brewers just outscored them 10-6. So from 0-2 to 3-2 as that slider missed.
See, that's what's frustrating when you get ahead quickly 0-2, and then Wade LeBlanc just can't seem to find a way to put away the hitter.
Ripped down the right field line and into the corner, and that ball's gone. A home run for Drew. Oh, no. It's been called a double. Umpire out there in right field. It looked as if that ball went into the stands.
I was right there with you, Dick. I thought it reached about the 4th row or so in the Petco porch.
First base umpire Ted Barrett weighed it as a double, and I think the other umpire saw it differently. They're going to have a consultation and may even go to a videotape review. That is exactly what's going to happen.
Yep. You know, the ball was hit so hard in that porch. We're going to take a look at it. 3-2 count, middle in. Watch the ball, watch the yellow line, and I hate to say it, but that's a home run.
That's a couple of rows back.
Yeah.
So Drew, when they come back on the field and offer their decision, will have his 9th home run of the year, and he'll advance the next 180 feet.
And you can understand Ted Barrett from his vantage point. Remember, he's lower to the ground. He's on the ground. So he's looking at that ball carry him off from the chairs, where in essence it looks like probably hits off that fence up above the Petco sign where the yellow line is.
So the team that leads the National League in home runs apparently will start the game tonight with a home run. Now it does for a while look as if it's gone beyond that little protrusion, but now there's the signal for home run for Drew.
And you know what?
They got it right. That's what's important.
That's the bottom line. You're absolutely right, Dick. They got it right.
On the other hand, LeBlanc didn't. He starts out 2 strikes, goes 3-2, and on the first swing by Drew, he homers into the right field seats. 1-0 Arizona. Well, they had been shut out 20 consecutive innings, not only 5-0 last night, by 1-0 by Colorado last Sunday. So that streak of scoreless frustration ends on Drew's home run. Justin Upton. Happy birthday to Upton today. Young fella's only 23 years old today and a legitimate big leaguer. Star crusted career already.
Now once again 0-2 ahead.
Last night on base all 4 times was Upton on a single and 3 walks. Oh, weak wave that pitch, and on 3 pitches he's out on strikes. Well, let's look at the Arizona starting lineup, brought to you by Floor Trader. Pay way less for your flooring and take it home tonight. Now open in Lemon Grove. Drew, Upton, Kelly Johnson, Chris Young hits cleanup, was the leadoff man for a while this year. Adam LaRoche bats 5th. Johnson fouls that one away. Then Mark Reynolds, who leads the team in home runs with 27, bats 6th. Then Rusty Ryo, the left fielder, 7th. In the 8th spot, John Hester, the catcher tonight, and Joe Saunders on the mound. Line drive, base hit by Johnson. So a home run, strikeout, and a line single to start things for Arizona tonight. LeBlanc's fourth game to start against Arizona. Which seemed to be right in the heart of the plate.
Just too fat of a pitch. You're absolutely right. He did make an adjustment, striking out Upton. That breaking ball down in the dirt. That's where Torrealba put his glove. Too good of a pitch to Johnson.
Chris Young, 268 hitter. Changeup is too low. Young with 22 home runs. There you see his numbers, 74 runs batted in. That's 4 behind LaRoche, the club leader.
You know, it was a big break for San Diego last night. The Diamondback hitters had 6 free passes. None, 0 scored. Thanks to that man rolling a double play, and the rest of the pitching staff for the Padres.
Leighton Richard going 6 shutout innings, only 3 hits. 3-0 now to Chris Young.
Seems like it's been a theme for this Diamondback team. Chew on this. The Diamondbacks have walked 468 times this year. Only 101 have scored. That's terrible. That's something that Kirk Gibson's trying to cut down on the strikeouts, put the ball in play. Walks get on. You can't advance them by striking out, right?
Man from Michigan, actually collegiately Michigan State. Out of play is green light out for Chris Young on 3-0.
Oh, yeah, we believe.
Mike Adams has T-shirts with "Believe" for all the guys in the clubhouse. I was lucky enough.
Did you get one?
Fetch one, yes.
Good for you.
3-2. So while I'm off doing the U.S. Open in New York, I'm going to have that "Believe" shirt on.
Yeah, have those East Coasters.
Yeah, let them know I'm going to take my ball cap with me.
Good for you.
Bring SD to Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Full count again. High fly ball. Shallow center. DeNorfia with the second out. Well, LeBlanc pitches his way out of that 3-0 count on Young. So 2 out, and Adam LaRoche the batter. First baseman, as we mentioned earlier, leads the team in RBIs with 78. He's had a terrific August. The 21 home runs, 7 of those have been hit this month. Well, a left-hander Drew homered off the left-hander LeBlanc.
It was a pitch down and in. Remember that if you're watching at home. LeBlanc has got to keep that fastball down and away to the left-handed hitters. If you're going to go inside with the fastball to the lefties, better make sure you get it in off the plate so they can't put a good swing on it. That was a great swing off the bat of Drew for that home run.
And he found the shortest part of the yard as well. That Petco porch that juts out, and probably his home run would have been measured at 330 feet.
Sure. Yep.
You don't get many that tight in this ball yard. That's the one easy spot, but it's a cozy porch. So again, he gets ahead 2 strikes.
Yep. 85 sounding like 95 with the help of Yorvik Torrealba's glove, catching it right in the center of that pocket and right on the outside corner.
We mentioned last night that these Diamondbacks abundant in their strikeout pattern. 5 different players that start tonight have 100 strikeouts or more. LaRoche has been punched out 131 times. While the Padres leader in that department, Will Venable with an even 100.
I think Wade LeBlanc just got away with another hanging breaking ball. LaRoche walking around home plate saying, my goodness, how did I miss this pitch? This is an 0-2 pitch, folks. Hanging breaking ball, maybe up just enough. He got underneath it and fouled it back.
Strike three call. 132 times he's gone down. A couple of strikeouts for Wade LeBlanc, but he gives up a run on 2 hits. Coming up in the bottom half of the first inning, Eckstein, Tejada, and Gonzalez for the Padres. To lead off this first inning, we remind you our SAP telecast brought to you by Carl's Jr. It's a Philly cheesesteak on a burger. The Philly cheesesteak burger at Carl's Jr. I knew you'd go for that. Joe Saunders, 29-year-old, to David Eckstein. And a look at Saunders' pitching profile brought to you by the all-new Cadillac SRX, the Cadillac of crossovers. You saw that he's 7-13 overall, 1-3 with Arizona. ERA for the year 4.54, and 2-1 he goes to Eckstein, hitting .278.
Saunders is a 4-pitch pitcher: fastball, change, curve, and a slider. About 92 on the fastball. Watch out for that change and curveball.
Misses low and inside, 3-1.
Hester may have boxed that last pitch. That looked like a pretty good pitch from Saunders to work the count in Eckstein's favor.
Same pitch for a strike. Saunders, the last 2 years, outstanding numbers with the Angels, 17-7 and 16-7. Struggled this year, traded to Arizona in the Dan Herron deal. Ground ball, right side, base hit. Eckstein goes with a pitch. And the first Padre to bat is aboard. And a look at the San Diego lineup brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. Eckstein, Tejada, and Adrian Gonzalez, the first 3. Ludwig cleanup. Chase Headley, he's been hot this month of August, batting 5th. Jerry Hairston playing left field and batting 6th. Torrealba behind the plate. Chris Denorfia in the 8-hole. And Wade LeBlanc batting 300, pitching and batting 9th. First pitch to Tejada, strike. Miguel last night with a couple of hits, a single and a double.
You can see the swing by Tejada trying to go that opposite way. The more and more I see Miguel Tejada, situational hitting is a part of his game. We've seen him snap bats trying to go the opposite way. See him try to get his hands in and hit inside that baseball going the other way. trying to create a first and third situation, and then he'll take a breaking ball that's hung in the zone and pull it down the left field line for extra bases.
That ball hit well to left center field. Young is on his horse to the wall and touch 'em all. Tejada, 2-1 San Diego. Tejada with his second home run as a Padre to straightaway center field into the bullpen. First two men up against Joe Saunders. A single and a home run, and it's 2-1.
And just like that, the Padres are bouncing back in their bottom half of the first. Put a notch in that man, Shillelagh, will you? That ball was smoked to the Padre bullpen, and yeah, it's good. Evan Mujica says it's good. How about the first foul ball, trying to inside out, right? Go the other way. And then he tried to come inside on him, and he spun on it.
Gonzalez fouls it away.
That was an 0-2 mistake now from Saunders.
Nothing like explaining how you hit the home run. Every major leaguer treasures that. 2-1 now to Gonzalez, who leads the team just a tick under 300. And those home runs and RBI totals also tops of the Padres, as they have been all year long. Rolls this one to right, playing shallow right field as Johnson has to come in on the dirt to throw him out. So with no one on, they had the shift employed against Gonzalez. Brian Ludwig steps up. So
one time I want to hit a ball like that. Just once. Once in my life. Just to see what that feels like. Then it's
like
got to be one of the,
Tejada, you mean?
Yes. To hit it on the sweet spot like that, just put a big old swing on it and send it about 420 feet.
Ludwig gets into one, and Young going back on this one and has room on the track. So Ryan Ludwig flirts with his 15th home run of the year and 4th as a Padre. Had he pulled it, better success. Chase Headley steps up, the third baseman. Headley, the last 11 games, 357, 2 home runs, and 10 runs batted in.
I think a key for the Padres offensively is try to get Saunders before the 7th inning. If this guy goes 7 innings, 6-1 with a 1.1 ERA.
There's a looper into right field. It'll fall in front of Justin Upton. Third hit of the inning for the Padres. Headley looking better and better from that right side. That's good news.
That'll make any hitting coach smile from ear to ear. Happy coach Randy Reddy. Now when Saunders goes less than 7 innings, his record this year 1-12 with a 7.5 ERA. Well, the Padres are doing fine this first inning, going with the pitch, going the other way, making our mistakes like that homer to Tejada to take the lead.
Jerry Hairston in left field tonight against Saunders. He's 2 for 3 the game in August 8th over in Arizona. 2 for 3, a home run and an RBI single, and he scored 2 runs. So he had Saunders figured out. Of course, they faced each other in the American League. Joseph Francis Saunders III is the #1 draft pick of the Angels 8 years ago, 12th overall, highly touted. Drafted out of Virginia Tech, a Hokie. His home, Springfield, Virginia. Hairston had third baseman Reynolds playing deep. Is going to try to lay one down for a base hit.
Not a bad idea. Creating some movement on that infield with Reynolds playing all the way back.
It has been a crazy day in the National League West, and we may be in for one here too. Already a 2-1 game in the first inning. In case you hadn't been watching the scoreboard or hearing the scores, Colorado trailed 10-1 to Atlanta early and won the game 12-10.
Wow.
The Giants trailed Cincinnati 10-1, and look what happened in extra innings. Cincinnati, after the Giants had taken an 11-10 lead, tied them in the ninth and won it in extra innings against Zito. As Bruce Bochy went through his entire bullpen early because the 10 runs had no one left and had to bring Zito in relief, and he took the loss.
Hey, that could mess up teams now, not just tomorrow or the next day, but for weeks. We've seen that happen before in Padre land in years past.
And that's a tough loss when you rally 9 runs down and you tie them and go ahead in the 8th. Hairston works the count to 3-1. And all the excitement and the dugout was just a boil as the Giants made this great comeback, and now they're ahead 11-10. Reds get a run top of the 11th and tie it, and then go on and win it in extra innings. Now that the emotional elevator that they went through today, that has to have some impact.
Absolutely.
Line drive right at Reynolds. Not quite tall enough to get it over his head into the corner. Well, the Padres hit the ball hard the first inning off Saunders. They get 2 runs on 3 hits. Leave a man. And the 2-run blast by Tejada gives San Diego the 2-1 advantage. Some 422 feet above the water. Some would argue that if you go out on that point, you'll see the most spectacular view of all of our great city. Woodrow Wilson was the president and proclaimed that Cabrillo National Monument.
Beautiful sight.
1913.
Love Point Loma.
And you could see Petco from there, I would guess, tonight with the bright lights. Mark Reynolds, Rusty Royal, and John Hester for the D-backs in the second. Strike 2. Reynolds, the home run leader, but also the strikeout leader in the National League. Struck out just once last night. And has gone down on strikes 171 times. Waited on that fastball, and with his power, The way that swing was directed, he was going for right center field.
He'll chase now, Mark Reynolds. Well, you do not have to throw him a strike here.
Turned it over, the changeup.
That guy lives and dies with every pitch of his staff, Darren Balsley.
2-2. Changeup. Make it 3-2, and that was up in his eyes. Yeah, Balsley reflecting that it may have been the right pitch, but not in the right spot. Line to Headley. Turnabout's fair play as Hairston lined to Reynolds to close out the first inning. Let's check the San Diego defense, brought to you by Easy Turf. Synthetic lawns and putting greens. Best looking synthetic grass is now more affordable. Just call 866 Easy Turf. Headley, Tejada, Eckstein, Gonzalez on the infield. Hairston in left field tonight. Denorfia in center. Ludwig in right. Torrealba doing the catching. LeBlanc on the mound. Rusty Ryle, 280 hitter, in there to give an extra right-handed bat for Kirk Gibson's lineup. Though they've been shut out the last 2 times, as we're reminded that folks are believing. The Diamondbacks, they're a team that can score. So all the more important the shutout win last night. Establish a prominence. 1-2.
A lot of swings and misses from this Diamondback team, and Rusty Ryle swinging at a pretty good fastball. Well, that's the one thing. Good fastballs down the, they'll connect and hit the mistakes once in a while, but a lot of swings and misses.
Strike 3 called. Inside corner. 3 strikeouts for Wade LeBlanc.
Now, if the left-hander can locate that from here on out and find that rhythm and find that release point, hit the glove, nicely done, inside corner. Frozen pizza, got him looking. Good pitch.
Didn't have to frame that one. That was biting the inside corner. Strike 1 to John Hester, the catcher. Montero gets most of the duty behind the plate, but with the left-hander on the mound. Hester, the starter tonight. Tried to curve him outside in. 1-1. Blasted foul way down into the left field corner.
Strike 2. Hey, it might have been a good swing, and it might have disrupted some nachos down there and maybe some chicken wings. But that is strike 2.
Strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the first. LeBlanc comes back to retire the side in order in the second with 2 more punch outs. 4 to open the game. Padres 2, D-backs 1. Have followed all of your friends, family stand up to cancer with the Padres Thursday, September 9th for San Diego. All fans who purchase tickets in section 133 will commit to stand all 9 innings to create a symbolic image of the fight against cancer. There are 4 San Diego ticket pricing packages available. Visit padres.com/SUTC to learn how you can stand up to cancer. Glorious sky tonight. First pitch fouled back by Yorvit Torrealba. Padre catcher is in a bit of a slump. His average down to 289. He has only 1 hit in the last 23 at bats. Falls behind on the count, 2 strikes with Denorfia and the pitcher LeBlanc due here in the 2nd inning. The other half of that naval code, red skies at night, sailor's delight, red skies in the morning, sailor warning. I can figure out the first part, but
so some rough seas in the morning if it's red.
I guess so. Off speed gets Torrealba out in front.
Have you ever heard the one, red sky at night, sailor's delight, hanging slider, hitter's delight?
Infield tight, hitter's delight.
Beautiful.
I mean, just take a deep breath.
I love your line. Somebody's got to live here.
And we do. How great is that? Denorfia. As cold as Torrealba has been, Denorfia has been hot. 3 games against Arizona. He's 7 for 11, 4 home runs, including his shot into the upper tier last night.
You can see Saunders being very careful with Chris Denorfia. And it looks like Chris is going with the old stash.
Yeah, it's grown out.
Yeah.
Very Hollywood. Little Clark Gable. Yeah.
He was awesome, wasn't he, Clark Gable? Dashing.
Ground ball right side. Johnson there to close the hole and throw him out. As the pitcher LeBlanc comes up, let's check the Arizona defense. It's brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Reynolds and Drew on the left side. Johnson and LaRoche on the right. Ryle in left. Young in center. Upton, the right fielder. Hester behind the plate, and the lefty Saunders on the mound. Wade LeBlanc, 12 hits this year, batting .300. He has 16 career base hits, all singles. And he has that left field stroke down pretty fast.
He does. Oh, look at him wrap that bat like he's some type of power hitter. Did you see that? He's wrapping that like like Julio Franco from the left side. Watch him get his hands up and then barrel the bat out towards the front of the pitcher. Yeah. I like that.
Count goes to 2-2.
Matt Stairs probably won't give him a hard time if he comes back in the dugout on that stance.
And there's that left field swing, and it sends Ryle back, and he just does reach up and grab it. That was misjudged as LeBlanc showed some power that way. Another hard hit ball for an out by the Padres. We go to the third, 2-1 San Diego. To the third inning we go. 2-1 Padres, and tomorrow game time 3:35, the finale of this 3-game series with the D-backs, and it's another Padres throwback Thursday presented by Coca-Cola. Padres will don their 1978 uniforms for the game. Tickets available. Get yours tonight at Padres.com. You'll see Kevin Correa go for his 11th win against Ian Kennedy. He's 7-9 for Arizona. Pitcher Joe Saunders, the hitter, 0 for 7. Of course, didn't get to swing the shillelagh in the American League. Gonzalez to the pitcher for the putout.
Well, you love those quick outs with the pitcher, huh? Nicely done.
To the top of the order, Stephen Drew. So Wade LeBlanc, after giving up a home run and a single in the first inning, has retired the last 6 men he's faced. So a slight delay in the action here, as some young fan is handcuffed and will be escorted rather politely with some rudeness, just as he was rude enough. And so it's become now an act where another fan in the opposite side of the stadium decides to come out and display his ignorance. Audacity.
So is this a King Stallman moment? Because, you know, they're going to be spending the night in the slammer.
Yeah, they are. They might need his help.
You know what really stinks about the whole situation there? First of all, you're endangering not only yourself, but possibly players. And secondly, it breaks the rhythm of the game. From a game standpoint, it breaks the rhythm of the game.
It's invading all of our privacy in a way.
Absolutely.
We have the pleasure of being here and privately enjoying the game at our pace, the way we want to see it, and then have somebody come out and say, no, I'm going to expectorate on your fun.
Right. There's families here, there's kids here.
That's right. Get them out of here. And don't come back.
I agree.
The embarrassment to their family. Stephen Drew homered his first time up. Found the Petco porch for his 9th of the season. Gets a slider to start it.
Well, remember where the pitch was, Dick, down and in, right? He missed with location. Let's see if Wade LeBlanc makes an adjustment and tries to keep that ball down and away to Drew.
Yep. 1-1. He had worked the count, Drew, to 3-2, and on a full count, hit the home run. Hits that one well to left field. Back goes Hairston, and that ball is off the base of the wall. Drew turns at second and holds with a 1-out double. So he homers to right, hit that one longer to left field to the base of the wall.
Some opposite field pop off the bat of Stephen Drew. Yeah, well, Wade LeBlanc wanted to keep it away, but it's elevated. See, on contact, that ball is just below the belt buckle. You know, Jerry Harris is not used to playing left field, really doesn't know that territory. Sure, you can do all the things during batting practice, but nothing is like a real-life ball hit over your head in a game situation. 24th double this year for Stephen Drew. They've shown some serious pop going the opposite way.
Brings up the birthday man, Justin Upton. He'd like to light one up on his 23rd. Solid average with runners in scoring position. Struck out his first time up. Tying run out at second with 1 out. Snap throw. Epstein slipping in behind the runner.
I like that. I like that play. Even though he slides in safely, it gives those base runners an idea that, hey, they know I'm out there. And watch, as soon as Torrealba catches it, he's up and throwing. It's a timing play. Eckstein sneaks in behind the runner from second base.
Only bad part of that was Torrealba blocked the umpire and took a strike away from LeBlanc. That ball hit at Denorfian center. And Drew will hold 2 away. Back to Jerry Hairston in left field. You make a terrific point. While he's a valued member of this defense because he can play so many positions, it's only his second game in left field this year. So it is foreign territory. I mean, it was a tough play regardless.
Sure.
But got to give him some points for being able to play so well in so many spots. But he's been primarily, as we all know, a shortstop and second baseman this year. Kelly Johnson singled on a line to center field his first at bat. 2 away. High fly ball. Denorfia has to give ground again. Inning over. A 1-out double by Drew, but he's left at second. Middle of the third at Petco. 2-1 Padres. There you can enjoy a wonderful evening. Happy hour 7 days a week. By Irving Hughes, life is a lease, negotiate well. And brought to you by Mass Mutual, a company owned by its policy holders. Last of the third, top of the order. Eckstein singled his first time up and scored on Miguel Tejada's second home run as a Padre. Up the middle and just under the glove of shortstop Drew, and Eckstein's on again. Couple of singles for the veteran infielder. And now the cold hard blast brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And the blast from Tejada, his first at bat, as he aims that one toward the bullpen in left center field. Edward Mujica signals that's between the uprights. And good for 2 points. A Rouge +1.
Hey, there are 2 strike swings, and then there are 2 strike swings when the pitcher makes a mistake. That was an 0-2 mistake, and Miguel Tejada made him pay. He came out of his shoes and smoked that ball like a Christmas ham.
I like that. Christmas ham. Country smoke Christmas ham.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that's what you were thinking.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Sliced and already sliced. Little maple on there.
Oh, yeah.
Maple.
Now we're going back to our Midwest days.
Yep. And then you can't wait till the next day because then you have sandwiches.
Leftovers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Great sandwich. A ball and a strike to Tejada. Eckstein goes. The throw by Hester, not in time. Well, the Diamondbacks have really improved that part of their defense of late. They have been giving up a lot of steals. They've given up 101 on the season, but only 9 in the last 24 games. But Eckstein gets a terrific jump off Saunders.
he went on the first move, and that's a King Stallman stolen base for David Eckstein, now in scoring position. Hey, Dick, how about it tonight? Already we've seen a swat and a swipe.
Tejada at the plate with a swat, and Eckstein out there at second with a swipe. Always a good sign, and that is factored in throughout the season, especially the stolen bases. That's 108 now for the Padres, and they're 48 and 11 when they have a swipe or two. 3-1, so Tejada in the catbird seat here with a runner at second. See if he'll try to shoot the ball to the right side. Ball 4. First walk from Saunders. Adrian Gonzalez. So with 2 on, first and second occupied, the Diamondbacks cannot employ that drastic shift on Gonzalez. And that gives him a few more openings to drive a ball through into the outfield. He grounded to second. Johnson was playing out in shallow right field, and even though the ball was topped, Johnson was able to race in to the infield dirt and throw out Adrian. Broken back ground ball, got in on his fist. Curveball. Well, maybe it didn't. It certainly sounded strange, but Adrian keeps that stick.
First pitch breaking ball, so a runner in scoring position. We know that Adrian loves to hit the fastball like a lot of big league hitters, but Joe Saunders trying to have him top a grounder, at least keep it on the ground in the infield with nobody out.
Look for the double play. 1-1. Brian Gorman barking out the calls, balls and strikes. We just follow his lead. Ted Barrett at first, Tony Randazzo at second, and Paul Nard at third. It's an umpire's name, Gorman. Tom, his dad. Chopped out in front of the plate. Saunders has only one play, and that's to first base, so that serves as a sacrifice as the ball not hit hard enough to turn 2. Eckstein to third. Tejada to second with 1 out. Chance for Ryan Ludwig to add to the 2-1 lead. Dodgers are in Milwaukee. They're in the 9th inning at Miller Park. 5-4. Los Angeles leading the Brewers.
Looks like Ryan Ludwig is anxious to swing that shillelagh. Look, watch him waving that stick up at the plate, wanting to drive in those 2 runs. First base open. It'll be interesting to see how he pitches to Ludwig.
Chase Headley on deck. Not close with that delivery.
Curveball down and in, missing. Big time fastball away, missing.
'29-year-old Saunders in trouble here in the 3rd, trailing 2-1.
Yeah, there's a pitch around here.
Yeah.
Curveball, fastball for a ball, now a changeup.
So it appears that they'll fill the void there at first base, and Headley will have his chance with the bases full. A Padre at every pillow as Ludwig joins Eckstein and Tejada. They weren't going to let him drive the ball. They'd rather take their chances on Chase Headley. But Headley, batting right-handed, singled his first time up. And while his average for the entire season batting right-handed is not impressive, he's hit so much better of late from that side. Of course, left-handed. Sterling, 310 average.
Oh, nice. Homemade sign. Nice phrase. I like it. Good work there, kiddo.
Inside with a breaking ball. Handy little 8-game hitting streak alive for Chase Headley. Ground ball, that could be 2. Drew bobbles it, and he can't make a play. Run scores, it's 3-1. Oh, my, that was a double play ball. Hit sharply and hit well enough that Drew couldn't get in front of it. But it's ruled an error, and that's a very costly error. A run scores, and the bases remain loaded for Jerry Hairston.
Ball hit sharply on the ground. That's exactly what Saunders wanted. And usually when Stephen Drew can get to it, if he can glove it, it's pretty much a sure thing. He goes to his left a few steps, but a very makeable play.
You can't presume the double play, so that should be an RBI, and is for Chase Headley.
That's his 8th error of the year for Stephen Drew.
See where the Giants committed 5 errors in their loss today to Cincinnati. Hard to believe. Chance to break it wide open for Hairston. Takes the fastball low. He scorched a line drive his first time up, but it was right at the third baseman Reynolds. Padres, a 4-out inning. And it's driven to left field, not too deep. In comes Rael, makes the catch. Here's the tag, and here comes the throw to the plate, and it's not in time. Tejada scores, and the runners move up, second and third. 4-1. Well, it was a risky call as they sent Tejada on a shallow fly ball out. And a good throw would have nailed him. The ball arrived as Tejada's slide, and he was able to knock it free for a 4-1 lead.
Well, the one thing I noticed here is where the ball is hit. When this ball is hit to left field, Ryle, look at the throwing lane. He hits Tejada in between the 1 and the 0 in his back. It wasn't like he was towards the gap. He was more towards the line. So when that ball comes in, it's almost right down the third baseline. And Tejada screened the catcher, which works to the advantage of scoring the run.
Brings up Torrealba.
See this throw here? See how he's kind of more towards the line? And the ball creeps up, and it gets close to home plate, gets close to the line. It's screened.
Well, that's good scouting. And the guy that doesn't have a great arm, he threw about a 4-hopper in there. You know, if he gets that ball in on one skidding hop, Tejada would have been a goner. Torrealba due for a base hit. Struck out his first time up.
A lot of curveballs this inning from Joe Saunders. Well, good numbers for Yorby with runners in scoring position. Randy Reddy has said all year long he is very, very pleased with the situational hitting this team has shown. Jerry Hairston elevating a ball to the outfield to get that run home.
Probably charging the error on the play to Ryle to allow the runners to go to second and third. And Torrealba a chance to pick up 2 more runs.
Yeah, that's one of those tough errors because the guy throws the ball and it hits somebody and you advance and you have to charge it to somebody. Just a bad bounce for Ryle.
Out of play. So the inning started with Eckstein singling under Drew's glove into center field. The walk to Tejada. Gonzalez bounced out. Runners moved to second and third. Ludwig walked to load the bases. Then Headley safe on the air by Drew on a double play ball. Sacrifice fly Hairston in the dirt and blocked by Hester.
Oh, well, Yorby's kind of ticked off at himself. Maybe he was jumping, lunging at that breaking ball, trying to tell himself to stay back. Getting a little over anxious. Let's watch Torrealba. Don't watch the pitch. It's a curveball in the dirt. See him kind of watch him drift towards his hands, and he gets mad at himself because he was jumping at that ball.
Line to right center field. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. Ludwig scores. And so does Headley, and it is 6-1. Well, 1 for 24 at this at bat, and Torrealba finds a hole in right center to drive in 2.
Off the end of the bat, going the opposite way. Torrealba, mad last pitch, even though he took it. Well, he's smiling now, driving in 2 runs.
An ugly inning for the Diamondbacks. They've allowed only 2 hits, but with 2 errors and a walk, the Padres have jumped in front with a 4-run inning.
See Scotty Harrison giving Yori Torrealba the double spotlight in the dugout. Don't give this team extra outs. Oh, they'll take advantage of it.
4-out inning has paid off in a couple of errors. Denorfia takes a strike.
This is from the dugout. Everybody, hands up. Double spotlight, Scotty Harrison to Yori Torrealba, and he gives it right back to him. Oh, yeah.
1-1 to Denorfia. He grounded to second his first time up.
Oh, it's hard holding back the smiles, huh?
Well, it's the kind of inning when you're in last place that you experience.
Yep.
When you think about the Padre season, there have been very few innings where they've given away runs this way. Padres make you earn the runs.
You know what I noticed with that shot to the dugout? I know you'll agree with me. Scott Hairston, he's struggling. 218. He's getting some at-bats. Hasn't come through with some big hits. But he was the first guy cheerleading down there and giving some love to Yori Torrealba on first base after that hit. Shows you what kind of guy, what kind of teammate, what kind of player Scotty Hairston is. Because things aren't really going his way right now.
No. But he isn't there sulking in the corner,
Exactly.
which you would see in a lot of dugouts. Or rooting against his own teammate, which you'll see on many teams, because you want to get back in there. Now he and Matt Stairs and Eckstein providing, that's the upper end, the mature end, the leadership end of the clubhouse. LeBlanc bounces one toward Drew. It's his error that's been critical in the inning, and he throws out LeBlanc. But in the inning, 9 men come to bat. Padres score 4 runs on only 2 hits, 2 errors, and leave 2. It's 6-1. Well, yeah, the Padres negotiated through a inning that offered them an extra out or two. Double play ball that could have bailed Saunders out of the inning with no run scoring. Instead, on a couple of hits, A couple of errors and 3 walks. The Padres add 4 to their lead. 3 of those runs scored are unearned. 3 earned and 3 unearned then for Saunders in the game. So Chris Young comes up, then LaRoche and Reynolds in the 4th inning, with the Padres enjoying a 5-run advantage. Young fly to center his first time, and LeBlanc staked to a handsome lead for a change.
That's nice.
Popped up and out of play.
Finally getting some love. And I'm reading right from the notes, so please don't think that I'm smart and reading this from memory.
I bet you're going to say something about he has the 9th lowest support level in the entire National League. You think anything like that?
You are right on, an A+, Professor. Padres have scored a total of 58 runs of support for Wade. That's 3.92 average, which is, of course, like you said, 9th lowest in the National League. So it's nice to give him some breathing room.
Give him 6 runs. He's not accustomed to having that kind of support. Let's see how he handles it. 2-2 to Chris Young. Sorry to step on your punchline. I owe you one.
Hey, you can do that anytime you'd like. It's all good.
I like your line in the UT today that Adrian Gonzalez could hit it anywhere in the lineup, between any 2 guys, including, was it Mutt and Jeff or Bert and Ernie?
Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
That's right, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Oh no, LeBlanc, after seeing his team get him 4 runs, walks the leadoff man.
And that is the last thing you want to do. He had him 0-2. 0-2 again. There's been 3 times tonight where Wade LeBlanc, maybe more, but 3 times that really stick out. They wasn't able to put him away.
That little movement by Bud Black was like a tirade.
Yep.
That's Lou Piniella kicking a bucket and shouting and yelling. You know, Bud could not have been pleased about walking the leadoff man. Here's Adam LaRoche, struck out his first time. He goes around. You get 4 runs and 3 of them unearned. You don't want to come back and make it easy for the other team. Let's hold serve, maintain that 6-1 advantage. Interesting stance. LaRoche so erect and wide open. Then he squares it away as the ball is delivered.
He gets in that locked and loaded position. He can see the pitcher with both eyes, head squarely towards the pitcher. And then he'll move those hands back and load up.
0-2.
Once again, another 0-2. That's the 6th time tonight that Wade has gone 0-2.
A 25-year-old native of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Not by much. LaRoche took a 3rd strike his first time up. Broken bat slice down the line. That's going to fall fair for a hit. Around to 3rd goes Young. And he's still going as Hairston having trouble taking the ball out of the corner. And it's 6-2 on a broken bat double to left field that Hairston just could not recover against the wall down in the corner. And Young, with good speed running all the way, scores from first base.
It's a breaking ball. He's got to protect, right? Breaks his bat. And now this is we talked about the leadoff walk. That's what comes and hurts Wade LeBlanc. The Diamondbacks get right back on the board. I don't know what Chris Young is doing holding up there. Just keep going. They can always send you back.
Now the Diamondbacks get 1 back. And here's home run hitting Mark Reynolds. He hit a shot, but right at Headley the first time up. Oh, he just missed that. A sky high. Will it come down? Goodness, that was up there. Tejada What was that? Way back. Yeah, in the old days when Casey Stengel was still a player, they had some scam where they dropped a baseball out of an airplane over a ballpark, and Stengel tried to catch it. I mean, that's like trying to catch a shot put from that high. Well, that was in the stratosphere.
And the key here, you got to keep those feet moving. You can't get caught flat-footed. Tejada does a nice job. That ball's going to go back out towards the outfield. And that thing was up there 7 seconds, I believe. They had it in the truck.
7 seconds liftoff.
That's a man.
You need rockets behind the swing to get it up that high. So 1 out, and LaRoche still at second. Rusty Ryle, he struck out the first time. LaRoche at second. Ground ball by the diving Headley to third, and holding is LaRoche on a single from Rusty Ryle. Just out of the reach of the diving Headley.
Well, we've seen Chase Headley play some good third base. 1-hopper, 2-hopper. Oh, you know, that ball kind of checked up on him a little bit. I mean, I hate to say that Chase Headley overdove for that ball, because that ball hit in between his glove and his shoulder. There are times when an infielder will do that. The ball was hit so quickly and sharply that it was kind of tough to tell.
So the trouble all began with the leadoff walk here in the fourth. RBI double, now the single, first and third. 4-run lead, and Hester comes up. He struck out the first time.
Well, that was very strange.
Infield set for 2. Hester, with not many at bats and counting for his low batting average, hasn't had many chances. 2-0. Just 66 times he's been up this year with 14 hits, 1 home run. He'll be swinging here, 2-0 if he likes it. Pitcher up next. 3-0. First and third, 1 out. Three and 1. See Torrio. All right, that's what we want right there. Lifted foul. That's going to make the crowd. Gonzalez gives it a look.
It looked like some type of off-speed pitch from Wade LeBlanc. It had a little run to it, maybe a slider. And with no runner at second base, we're going to peek into Torrealba with runners at the corners.
Shake me off.
Yep. Slider. Fastball. Get it in there. Don't leave it over the heart of the plate. Be aggressive. Bury it on the inside part of the plate. If you miss inside, you miss inside.
Another foul. We're in the top of the fourth inning. If you're just joining us, the Padres leading the Diamondbacks 6-2, but LeBlanc pitching in trouble here. First and third, the runner goes, and a soft foul fly, and that might be playable. Gonzalez just runs out of room into the first row. Look at the hustle there by umpire Ted Barrett. He had his nose right there 5 feet away to call it.
A good call. Trying to get an angle to see where that ball is. It's in the stands. Fans have the right to get to that baseball. If the ball is in play, he's got to make that call. It was clearly in the stands. Good hustle by the umpire. I like to see that. A lot of guys do that.
Go 3-2 again to Hester with first and third. One out. They got him picked off. Gonzalez, next time you got to watch the runner at third to make sure he doesn't try to come in. And finally the tag is made.
Nice.
Well done. All the while LaRoche holding at third. Rusty Ryle trying to get a jump, and LeBlanc has one of the better moves in the league. No, cleanly picked him off.
Yeah, 1, 3, 4, 3, 6 is the play. And LaRoche is like caught in no man's land. Okay, when can I go? Should I stay or should I go now? Well, he's going to stay at third.
Now from the windup, the 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. The changeup gets Hester. And what looked like a promising inning for the Diamondbacks ends with only one run scoring. A run on a couple of hits and a man left to the bottom of the fourth. 6-2 Padres. Where the Padres have a 6-2 lead, bottom of the fourth inning. And let's look at the leaderboard. Brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your day started right with their Sunrise Tacos. Now that'll surprise a lot of folks. They think about the Padres and their defense and great pitching, but scoring runs second in the National League in the month of August. That explains why they are 15-7 this month. Good pitching, defense, and now some offensive punch.
And last night's win clinched another winning month for the Padres. 7 consecutive winning months.
Another base hit for Eckstein. 3 for 3 tonight. Well, as Ted Simmons said, while Eckstein was on the disabled list, you look back through every game that the Padres have won and how they won it, and you're going to find Eckstein in the middle of it all. And tonight, case in point, Singles in the first inning scores on Tejada's home run. Singles leading off the third eventually comes around to score. And now a single to start the fourth inning.
He does such a fine job of covering the plate, taking the ball the other way, and spinning on that fastball from Saunders on the inside part of the plate.
Tejada, the home run, is second as a Padre into the bullpen of the Padres in left center. And he walked and scored in the third. Six hits for the Padres tonight, 3 by Eckstein.
By the way, I just wanted to elaborate on that 7 consecutive winning months for the Padres. Longest streak in Padres history.
No other National League team can claim that. The Yankees in the American League have won 7 months in a row. There's a line drive, base hit, right field. Eckstein will take a turn at second, and he's on his way to third. Tejada with a second hit tonight. Yeah, this is a sweet game.
Absolutely. A lot of fun for the fans. A lot of fun for us. Situational hitting at its best. Eckstein pulling the ball on the inside part of the play. Tejada taking that ball outer third. Look at the head down. Eckstein freezes. And a little first to third action for San Diego with nobody out.
And testing that calf injury as he went full sprint.
Good point.
To get him round to third. How about the first 2 men in the batting order? Eckstein and Tejada up 3 times each. On base all 6 times. 5 hits and a walk. Gonzalez trying to join the fun. He's grounded out twice. Well, we saw DJ Carrasco last night. Did a good job. Number 77.
Boy, to get that run back. I know it's 6-2.
That ball hit well to right field. Deep enough. That goes to right fielder Upton. And it's gone into the basket. Home run. Touch 'em all. Adrian Gonzalez.
Three-run Johnson. Put a notch in that guy's shillelagh.
156 as a Padre. 26 this year. A 3-run jolt. Boy, he didn't take a big swing either.
It didn't have that crisp sound. It sounded like it was off the end of the bat. Gets above the auxiliary scoreboard.
There's about a 5-foot distance between the top of the scoreboard and the fans, and he drops it in there long enough. Home run 26. RBIs 80, 81, and 82 for Gonzalez.
That's a doozy, Judge.
9-2. Ludwig 1-1. Sounded like he was saying I was going to hit it that way, meaning left field.
Hey, remember the breaking ball he took out in Milwaukee? Curveball down and away. This looked like a curveball from Saunders up. That, you know what? That's all upper body. That's all hands. That's all arms.
Ludwig hits that one deep to left field, and Ryle goes back and guns it down as Ludwig flirts with extra bases. Save that Gonzalez swing that we just saw in the replay. I'd like to take another look at it, and Mud, you examine it and tell me what home run swing that reminds you
Kirk Gibson.
of. Exactly right. That's almost
Good
off
call.
an injured leg. Isn't
Good
that
call.
the same swing?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good call.
And
he's in the
historic
dugout.
home run against the
Oakland Athletics.
Oakland Athletics, Eckersley, yes, to win the game for the Dodgers and into the bleachers. There's the man.
Yep.
It limped up there on one leg, and his swing was much like that one for the home run to win it for the Dodgers. Game 1 of the World Series.
I knew exactly where you're going there.
Yeah. Oh, it just was almost a mirror image of Gibson's home run. Oh. Meanwhile, Headley with a single, safe on an error. He scored a run. 0-2 the count. That one hit high in the air to left. Ryle gives some ground, but has plenty of room. 2 away. The home run by Gonzalez ties him with Phil Nevin for the number 2 spot on the all-time Padres home run list. And it just seems that we might see him be the number 1 home run hitter all time for the Padres before the season comes to an end.
Wow. The 9 runs that Saunders has given up, that's a career high. He's given up 8 runs 5 times in his career.
2 outs to Jerry Hairston. He takes a strike. So with the home run tonight, Gonzalez ties Nevin, and he's only 7 behind the all-time leader Nate Colbert, who hit 163. 9-2 San Diego.
So they got that 1 run back. The Diamondbacks scored in the 4th and more.
Yeah, there's a Hairston foul ball. We needed one of those, a broken bat foul ball.
This team just never gives up. They show late life. They put up some crooked numbers in innings. The pitching has been outstanding. We know that.
Two and two. Well, Saunders giving up a couple of home runs tonight. A 2-run shot by Tejada into the Padre bullpen, and the 3-run home run from Adrian Gonzalez here in the 4th. That one's a shattered bat. Roller to the shortstop, Drew, and the inning is over. But 2 singles. Eckstein and Tejada set the table. Adrian Gonzalez delivers the main course. A 3-run shot, 9-2.
Big game recap brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Hey, do you need more space for a new guest? Visit MurrayLampert.com to see how easy and affordable a room addition or a second story can be. Dick?
All right, thank you, Mark Grant. Well, right on cue, we're talking about the Padres. Their strength is pitching and defense, and yet in August they've been right up there with the big boys and hammering out runs. And sure enough, they have a big 9-run game going so far. LeBlanc has given up a home run to Drew. Walked Young in the last inning, and he came around on a double LaRoche. And this is Ryan Roberts, the pinch hitter for Joe Saunders. Way out in front of that changeup, 1-2. Roberts was a starter last night, just recalled from Reno, AAA Farm Club of the D-backs, where he was hitting .265 with 11 home runs. This is upstairs, 2-2. He's the Matt Latos of the D-backs when it comes to skin art.
Yeah.
And I can not imagine ever getting a tattoo, but if I did, the last place I'd get it is right there in my neck.
Oh, come on. You don't have a tattoo?
Of course not.
You've got one on your shoulder that says "Death Before Disco." I know you do.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Armada High School, rah, rah, rah.
Good changeup from Wade LeBlanc and get that big first out in the 5th inning. Lefty on righty, changeup down and away. Look at that. Way out in front. Takes all the power out of the swing. Like to see Wade LeBlanc with a quick inning here.
I know you have one. I haven't seen it personally, and I don't want to. But
you don't have an "oh my" somewhere?
But I heard you had one from a close associate. Moon over Joliet.
That's a full moon.
Drew takes strike 2.
How about the pinpoint control there? Fastball down and away. Wade LeBlanc getting in that groove. Working quickly.
Drew's had his number, though, a home run and a double tonight.
He shook off a changeup to go to a slider.
Good action on it, but outside. That one is hammered to right field. Another long shot. Ludwig back over his head. Another extra base hit for Drew. 2 doubles and a home run for the left-handed hitting shortstop. Trying to make amends for a critical error back in the 4-run 3rd inning where he booted a double play ball, and that allowed the Padres to score 4 runs on 2 hits. But all 3 of the balls he has struck have been shots.
Tried to sink a fastball by him, but once again, bad location. Up, extension on the swing, and good effort by Ryan Ludwig. I thought this ball had a chance to go a little farther than it did. It stays in the ball yard.
1 out to Justin Upton. He struck out and flied to center. Nine runs, 8 hits for the Padres. 2 runs, 6 hits now, Arizona. And that one hit hard to center field at Denorfia. A bullet out to center off the bat of Upton. 2 away. Kelly Johnson, the batter. Johnson with a line single to center and a long out to center field. How about the leadoff hitters in the game tonight? Between Drew and Eckstein, they're 6 for 6. 3 singles for Eckstein, and he scored 3 runs. Drew, a home run and 2 doubles. He jumps in front, 2 strikes.
I like everything about this kid. He just seems to fall into that category. There are players, and then there are baseball players. This kid is a baseball player. You can just tell by the way he handles himself at the plate, the way he plays defense. He looks like a gamer, a real scrapper.
He lines one into the right field corner, and that ball is foul. Just missed extra bases.
Just a little bit too far out in front of that breaking ball from Wade LeBlanc.
I wonder why Atlanta let Kelly Johnson get away. I know they have a lot of talent and all.
Well, Prado's having a good year at second base for the Braves.
He's 28, so he's in the prime of his baseball life. Ground ball to second. Eckstein is there, and the inning is over. Drew once again left at second after a double. And we go to the last half of the 5th inning. We're at the halfway mark in this one. The Padres in front 9-2. feels good. Well, on this date 7 years ago, the right-hander Jake Peavy and the lefty Randy Johnson went at it. Neither able to get past the 5th inning as the Diamondbacks, in what promised to be a pitcher's duel, outscored the Padres 11-8. You just never know.
Yep.
Last of the 5th, lower 3rd of the San Diego order, Torrealba, Denorfia, and LeBlanc. DJ Carrasco pitched last night, number 77, with those handsome high stirrup socks, showing the sanitaries. Rocking and firing. Huh?
Mentioned it last night. DJ Carrasco, a 5-pitch pitcher. Cutter, fastball, curve, slider, change.
Chop to 3rd, fair ball. On the run, Reynolds. Oh, what a pickup by LaRoche. Reynolds saved by LaRoche's great glove work there. That was a tough hop. Torrealba, a little gimpy as he went down the line. Tugging at back of his leg and then the groin area. Trying to hustle up the line. Yeah, he pulled something.
About 3/4 of the way down the line, he pulls up.
One out to Chris Denorfia. Grounded to 2nd, and he walked. So Joe Saunders, 4 innings, 9 runs allowed, 6 of them earned. 8 hits, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Into the hole, not hit hard. Drew off balance, gets him by a half stride. 2 quick outs from DJ Carrasco. Last night he pitched an inning and 2/3, allowed 1 hit, struck out a couple. Solid in relief. In fact, the bullpen last night went 3 2/3 scoreless innings, a rare form for Arizona, and effective enough that they lowered the bullpen ERA to 5.99. LeBlanc lined to left and grounded to short. And that's the big challenge as the D-backs move ahead for Kirk Gibson, that they find more reliable pitching. They've got the bats. There's that left-handed swing to left field. And LeBlanc, hitting 300 at the start, is 1 for 3 tonight. I'm starting to believe he's just a good hitter.
Well, he's worked on it, because I remember when Wade LeBlanc first came up to the big leagues, he had a terrible hack. He has worked on it diligently before games at home. That's when the starters grab those bats and go to hacking. He's come a long way. And that will keep you in games. That will keep you in close games.
Help yourself. Eckstein, 3 for 3, 3 runs scored tonight. You bet, right in the midst of anything positive happening. Late on that swing. Got it up and in on him. Pounds that one foul. Going 3 for 3 boosts Eckstein's batting average 8 points, up to 286. Bounces a slider. We're in the 5th inning here at Petco. Torrealba trying to stretch out whatever yanked a little bit as he headed up the line. Apparently he's okay. He's got the gear on.
Hopefully it was just like a little bit of a cramp going up the line, because he's got the tools of ignorance on, and he is ready to go back down home plate again, and that's a good sign.
Fouled into the glove of Hester. They finally get Eckstein. Inning over, no runs a hit. The Padres leave their 4th man. We've completed 5 here at Petco tonight, and the Padres lead by 7. It's no errors, have left 4. Arizona 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 miscues, and they've stranded 4 themselves. LeBlanc, big sweeping curveball for a strike. Chris Young, Adam LaRoche, and Mark Reynolds scheduled here in the 6th for Arizona. 1-1. Well, tomorrow it's a 3:30 game, folks. Come out and see Correa. Kevin Correa goes against Ian Kennedy of the D-backs. 2 balls and a strike. And then the Phillies come in Friday night, Saturday day, and Sunday day. Latos and Oswald on Friday night.
Good matchup.
That's a ticket to get. Out in front on a changeup. 2-2. Saturday it's Garland and Joe Blanton of the Phils. That's the Cabrera bobblehead day game. And Sunday, Richard against San Diegan Cole Hamels. High pop-up. Drifting out and angling toward the line is Tejada for the first out.
So if there was a contest in the National League of who could hit the highest pop-ups, I think the Arizona Diamondbacks would win.
I'll take Mark Reynolds to start if we're choosing sides.
No kidding.
Adam LaRoche struck out and then doubled into the left field corner to drive in a run in the 4th inning. LeBlanc now, as you see, his pitch count to 85. Six hits by the Diamondbacks, and 5 of them by left-handed batters. LaRoche taps one off the head of the bat, and LeBlanc makes the play. LaRoche, LeBlanc.
Oui, oui.
Oh my. Or oh moi.
Oh, is that how you say it?
Me, moi. I can count to 10, and I know the organ foods because I don't like to order those when I'm over there. That's the limits of my French.
Watch your lips.
Hey, what a catch.
Guys from Santee, no doubt. East County representing. Line shot.
I got it.
Oh, that is beautiful. Way to go, left-hander. Nice boiler.
That's the kind of deal where you say, you know what, I know I'm a grown man. I'm taking my glove to the park tonight. Oh, you got to be kidding me. What are you going to use a ball glove for?
That was an excellent grab. Love that.
1-1 to Mark Reynolds. He's lined to third and skied a high, very high pop up to shortstop. Two 2-1. Giants have lost today. Colorado and the Dodgers have won. Well, our count was off a ball. It was 3-1, and that's ball 4. Just the second walk from Wade LeBlanc tonight. And the other one cost him. He walked Chris Young to lead off the 4th inning, and sure enough, he came around to score. Rusty Ryle, a single and a strikeout. At the knees for a strike.
It's a way to bounce back. Good firm fastball right at the knees, splitting the heart of the plate.
LeBlanc working toward that 100 pitch mark. One would think that this could well be his last inning. Little looper that Gonzalez has a beat on. In foul territory for the final out here in the Arizona 6th inning. No runs. They leave one. On to the bottom of the 6th. Tejada will lead it off. But that 105 game will also allow the first 10,000 of you kids 14 and younger to take home a Padres metal lunchbox. It's presented by Bank of America. Don't wait. Get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. Bring mom and dad out here and make sure you have your special Padres metal lunchbox to take to school.
It's a great item.
Tejada, 2 for 2 and a walk. He, like Eckstein, scoring 3 times tonight. His second Padre home run in the first. Walked and scored in the third. Chases that one, 1-1. Or 0-2 rather. Then he singled to right field in the 4th inning and came around on Gonzalez' 3-run home run. Shot foul. As we said last night, it surprises a lot of folks to know that in the National League, the Padres, the only team with 100 home runs and 100 steals. So they have bought into the swat and swipe formula that Buddy Black presented to them back in spring training. Ground ball up the middle. There's the second baseman Kelly Johnson to make the play. Strength, almost an off balance, close to a one-handed swing. They hit a fly ball home run into the basket in right field to give the Padres 3 runs in the 4th inning. And the shift is on now with the bases empty. Johnson moving out into shallow right field and drew the shortstop about 10 feet on the second base side of the bag. And Reynolds as far over toward second base as any of the third basemen play. He's closer to second than third.
See, I like it when that's Reynolds at the shortstop position, right?
I'm assuming that's the third baseman that's moved to short. Yes.
Yeah, I like it when they flip flop. I like it when the shortstop stays there because the shortstop's got better range than the third baseman. When the third baseman goes all the way over on the other side of second base, where the second baseman would play, not the rover spot, the guy closest to second base, and keep the shortstop at the shortstop position. A range factor. That's why I kind of like it that way.
in the dirt, and that'll be strike 3. If I had my druthers, I would keep the shortstop on the third base side. I would take the third baseman and put him in shallow right field. And leave the second baseman where he is. There you still have your double play going.
Right.
Remember, we had one game earlier this year where the third baseman was at second base with the Dodgers, and he muffed the double play ball. But what do we know about hockey? You know.
I know what icing is.
Ludwig takes the curveball around the plate.
It's that sugary sweet stuff you put on top of cakes. Carrasco's got a nice little tight slider that he can throw to right-handed hitters. If he locates it down and away, it could be an effective pitch.
Came over from Pittsburgh at the trading deadline. Ludwig fouls it back. Base is empty here. 2 outs in the bottom of 6th inning. Oh, it comes Submariner on that one. And Kelly Johnson throws out Ludwig. 1-2-3 inning for Carrasco. And we go to the 7th here at Petco with the Padres in front. 9-2. Jenny Kavnar, Bob Scanlon. Stay tuned for the Sequan Casino postgame show immediately following the game here on Channel 4 San Diego. Sequan Casino, San Diego's vacation getaway. Wade LeBlanc does go into the 7th inning and will face Hester, the pitcher spot, and Stephen Drew.
Well, the most pitches that Wade LeBlanc has thrown this year was 112 back on June 29th right here at home against the Colorado Rockies.
And this is his 98th, a strike to Hester to open the 7th inning. Hester has struck out both at bats. Something LeBlanc has done consistently tonight is jump in front of the hitters.
Yep.
Try to get him to bite on the bouncer. Got him with a changeup way out in front. Hester, who has gone down on strikes all 3 at bats. Pretty good strikeout night for Wade LeBlanc. That's number 7.
And you notice there, that was a changeup that caught more of the plate. Remember, Hester would not bite at the one down in the dirt, but because it's up in the zone a little bit more, there's no choice but to offer it that, protecting with 2 strikes.
Ryan Church, who came over with Carrasco from the Pirates, will pinch hit here with 1 out in the 7th inning. We saw Church last night, and he singled to left field as a pinch hitter. Rolls that one foul. Chris Snyder, the catcher, was the major player involved in the deal with the Pirates as he went to Pittsburgh to fill a void there with all their injuries at that position. And Arizona acquired Ryan Church, DJ Carrasco, that we've both seen tonight. And Bobby Crosby was the third player, and they've released Crosby this week. Brought up Ryan Roberts. We saw Roberts as the pinch hitter. Way upstairs. Full count. Ryan Church, 1 out here in the 7th. (106 pitches now for LeBlanc. Stephen Drew on deck. He's itching to get up there again. He's had quite a night against Wade LeBlanc, a home run and 2 doubles. Led off the game with a home run. That ball hit hard to right field. Ludwig is there. So Church lines out to right. And here comes Drew. And here comes the San Diego Hyundai dealers' 7th inning Stretch Your Dollars. Get more MPG and the assurance of America's best warranty. Go to San Diego Hyundai Dealers.com. And he hits this one a ton to right field. Ludwig goes back, and another home run for Drew. What a night. 2 home runs and 2 doubles. 4 for 4. The Diamondbacks shortstop. What a show. His 9th and now his 10th home runs of the season.
All I can say is wow. And if you're going to give up home runs, give up solo shots, especially if you're ahead at 9-2. This swing, first pitch of the at-bat, goes over the auxiliary scoreboard to make it 9-3. Man, power to all fields for that kid, Stephen Drew.
Talk about a slugging percentage of this game.
Yeah.
4 at-bats and 12 bases. Nine to 3 the score. And with 2 outs, Ernesto Frieri starting to loosen up, and that could be it. LeBlanc is unhappy with himself. He was hoping to get through the 7th inning. He just kind of threw his fist animated form to say, so close. I wanted to get through 7.
Buddy will give him a little pep talk saying, hey kid, way to go. You battled. Nice job on the hill tonight. We're going to pick you up.
He got everyone but Drew. Stephen Drew, what a nemesis. Pitching change will be brought to you by the Mark Condos, the luxurious downtown San Diego condos. LeBlanc with a great hand as he comes off the field. He's key. Condos from the 300s go. Breaking member growth. Why don't you make your move and open an account tomorrow? Mission Fed. So Wade LeBlanc, 6 2/3 innings, gives way to Ernesto Frieri. There are his numbers. Frieri pitched 2/3 of an inning last night, walked a man and allowed a base hit as well. In support of Clayton Richard, part of that shutout. First pitch is fouled back. Justin Upton on his birthday looking for a base hit. He has struck out, fly to center, and line to center.
You know what I love about Wade LeBlanc walking off the mound? I mean, he was really ticked. I mean, you know, he's winning 9-3. He wanted to complete that 7th inning, showing that competitive nature. I love that.
Breaking ball misses. It's 1-1.
Some guys might, okay, I got my 6 2/3. Chances are I'm going to get the win. Okay, that's a good night. He wanted to finish that 7th. You love that fire in his belly.
Yep. 6 2/3 he went. 3 runs, all earned, 7 hits. That ball hit well to left field, but dying as it reaches left fielder Jerry Hairston. He offers a souvenir. Frieri ends the 7th inning. A run on the home run by Drew, and we go to the home half of the 7th, 9-3. The $2.50 Western and cheese melt with a cup of freshly brewed Seattle's best coffee, open at 7 a.m. Subway. Eat fresh. And by Cox Digital Telephone, ready for cheaper calls? Then go to Cox.com. Esmerling Vasquez takes over in the 7th inning for the D-backs. His record on the year, 1-4. And Chase Headley turns it around, bats left-handed for the first time tonight. Getting right-handed, a single, safe on an error, and fly to left.
Not bad numbers for Vasquez, but the walks are up. 27 free passes in 45 1/3 frames.
And he falls behind Headley, 2-0.
He's got a live arm, 95-96 on the fastball, also a slider and a changeup.
Good cut by Headley. Padres got 2 in the first inning after Drew had homered to start the game for Arizona. Eckstein singled and Tejada followed him with a 2-run homer to center field for a 2-1 lead. And then in the 4th inning, helped by a fielding error by shortstop Stephen Drew, the Padres scored 4 runs on only 2 hits. The key hit was Torrealba's 2-run single. And Headley works a leadoff walk. And then in the 4th, it was singles by Eckstein and Tejada to set the table for a 3-run home run from Adrian Gonzalez, his 26th of the year. And the Padres had bolted into a 9-2 lead. Stephen Drew hit his 2nd home run of the game in the 7th, top half of this inning, to make it 9-3.
Oh, yeah, he's working for that treat, it looks like. Good boy. Lay down. Up. Sit.
Jerry Hairston, line to third, sacrifice fly to left, and a ground out to short. RBI tonight, number 50 for Jerry Hairston. Hester out to talk to his pitcher after walking Headley, falling behind 2-0. To Hairston.
It's got to be tough hitting off of guys like Vasquez because the ball moves quite a bit. He's got a good fastball, mid-90s, but yet he doesn't know where it's going. So I would have to say you really can't dig in against this guy because it might be right at your noggin. And then the next pitch he'll paint right on the outside corner for a strike.
Popped up and out of play, back of home plate. Vasquez looks a lot younger than he is. He'll be 27 in November. Came up with the D-backs first major league appearance last year, went 3-3, 53 games. Two balls and a strike. There's that fastball whistling up and in.
See him drop his elbow a little bit, working underneath it. Therefore, the ball up and in to Jerry Hairston.
Headley at first, leading off with a walk here in the 7th. Oh, he got him. So a walk and a hit batsman. 2 on with no one out here in the 7th.
Sometimes pitchers can get the thing to where they can't throw a strike. That also got the umpire. It gets Harrison in the left thigh and then gets the home plate umpire Brian Gorman in the left side of his chest protector.
2 for 1. Boy, that's the kind of pitch that would make Bob Uecker happy. If it had only gone all the way to the screen as well, a true pass ball, then that would have been
I like
something.
his school. The school of pass ball
school. Yeah, he's teaching kids and now senior citizens how to commit the pass ball. You know, it's a lost art. Everyone tries to catch everything these days, and Uecker always being ahead of the curve, going and teaching an ancient art. How to let that ball not only go to the screen, but then you can get the umpire to get extra points in his school. Torrealba struck out, 2-run single, and he grounded to third.
Nice changeup.
Well, they're hard to digest, walks and hit batsmen and wildness from pitchers, but especially when it comes from the bullpen. It's just automatic frustration, and fans of the D-backs this year, the manager, it accounts for the terrible ERA. Little broken bat, fly ball, not strongly hit, and so the runner's able to scamper back to their bases and no double play.
You know, it's kind of a dilemma when you talk about the bullpen and giving it up with an ERA over 6. Now, do you leave a guy in there when he's just getting shellacked and hoping that he finds a groove, or do you go to more guys in your bullpen, and the more and more you go to the bullpen, the more and more you wear those guys out so they don't stay fresh, and then all you know what breaks loose, nobody's fresh, and everybody's giving it up down there.
And even if you have a stopper, if you're always behind, when does he come in and pitch? Denorfia takes
That's a good point, because your closer can gather a lot of dust down there and a little bit of rust in that arm, and that's when you, as a manager, okay, should I use the guy here in a blowout so he gets an inning of work and he stays sharp?
Two and 0. Denorfia, 2 on, 1 out. That's a strike. Fastball, 96 miles an hour.
He's got a live arm.
Now, on the bright side for these Diamondbacks are the 2 young pitchers that they've acquired or brought up here at midseason that are really working well. And it's good fortune for the Padres. They've not had to face Barry Enright, who is 4-2 with a 2.73 ERA, and Daniel Hudson 4-2, a 3.10 ERA. They pitch in the next series. They go up to San Francisco after leaving here.
Remember, we saw Daniel Hudson in the desert. I really liked his stuff.
Part of the D-backs winning 2 out of 3 from the Padres. 2-1. Ground ball sharply, and LaRoche makes a terrific play, gets the force, and that'll be it as Denorfia is safe on the fielder's choice. Moving to third is Headley. And Hairston out 3-6. Sharply hit by Denorfia. And couldn't find the hole to right field. Frieri getting a chance to hit for himself here. See how he handles the bat. Whoa. This is his first major league at bat. Two and 0.
You know, I just noticed something about Hester, the catcher. His throwing hand. Watch how his throwing hand. See how it's exposed? Look at that. On a foul tip. You gotta protect that thumb, maybe bury it in your chest or behind your knee or behind your back. He's going to get a foul tip on that hand and break a finger. I remember Rob Bowen told me something. I asked him, where do you keep your hand? He said, I bury my thumb in my hand and I keep it right on my chest, because chances are, a foul ball straight back, it's either going to go off your chest protector and your shoulder. It's going to go into your glove. It's going to go off your mask, but very rarely does it go right in the center. So that's where he held his hand. Hester's throwing hand is exposed.
He's keeping it very limp. You certainly don't want it to be stiff. Then you really could see how lazy he lets it hang. Fouled at the plate by Frieri. Has his first major league foul ball. Fans giving him a cheer.
I say throw that ball into the dugout. Have the guys save it.
Swung on a miss, strike 3. So that's it for the Padres in the 7th inning. They get a walk and a hit batsman and leave 2 on to the 8th. 9-3 the score. Locations, visit fandiego.com. And for ceiling fans, go to Fan Diego. And we like to check in on the young fans, the next generation of Padre fans. 21,966 are attendance tonight. Kelly Johnson, 1 for 3, a single back in the first. Frieri staying in to work the 8th inning. Johnson, then Chris Young and Adam LaRoche here in the Diamondbacks 8th inning. The Padres 6 outs away from extending their lead atop the National League West, with the Giants losing in extra innings to Cincinnati. San Diego win would give them a 6.5 game lead.
Can you say that again?
Extend their lead atop the National League West with a win tonight, giving them a 6.5 game lead over the Giants.
It's got a good ring to it, doesn't it?
Bud Black might agree with that. But he's very careful about expressing any strong opinion. He doesn't want to, have something out there in the press that might wound a player or get someone to say, what's he mean by that? He puts a positive spin on most everything, a good thing. But the one word that he has used to us many times after a game this year, isn't this amazing?
Yeah.
You just looked at, isn't this amazing that what we're experiencing? High fly, that'll be foul off to the left and out of play.
And that's the beauty of baseball. I mean, 162 games, and all the pundits and article writers and magazines, they could make their projections, statistics, who's coming to camp. Padres were picked 29th out of 30 major league teams going into spring training. 29th.
And there's a ball hit to center field, and Denorfia easing back has the first out. Let's go back and just refresh the memory of our fans of the start of the season. The Padres opened in Arizona, lost 2 of 3. Went to Colorado, lost 2 of 3. Came home against Atlanta, lost 2 of 3. 3-6 their record. Everyone's saying, well, that's about what we expected. And then lightning struck.
Yep.
And they went on a tear, and they just not stopped along the way. The longest losing streak, 3 games. Dodgers beating them 3, and 2 of those were 1-run games here at Petco back in May. And after 2 losses, as we expressed over the weekend in Milwaukee, their record just incredible. After losing 2 in a row this year, the Padres are 13-1. They're just resilient. They just play each game so hard. I did see something tonight, though, in the clubhouse that surprised me. And that is that before batting practice, the Giants-Cincinnati game was on, and players were casually watching it, and Cincinnati had a huge lead, 10-1. So, well, that's a good thing. You can't exactly root for the Giants.
Right.
2-2. And then they went out for the team picture was taken today. And so they were out on the field for 45 minutes for that. Came back in and look up at the scoreboard. Here the Giants with a 6-run 8th inning, and they've gone from 10-1 down to go ahead 11-10. 2-2 to Chris Young, and he hits that ball to left field, and Hairston is positioned perfectly for the second out. And what I heard was, it surprised me, all of a sudden there are a lot of grown men yelling like fans, and they were cheering for Cincinnati when they scored the tying run in the 11th inning, and then they went out to batting practice and came in to see that the Reds beat Barry Zito in relief to win it. So for the first time, you had the sense that they realize what's at stake, and that you've got to push those Giants back as far as you can. And watch out for Colorado. We know that they can come roaring down the stretch too.
last few years. They've always played well in September.
Two outs to LaRoche. RBI double in 3 trips.
You know, this team is playing, though, as if it was neck and neck in the NL West. 3-team race. 3 teams tied, and then the third place team maybe a game out. That's the way they're playing baseball.
Big swing. 93 miles on that pitch. 1-2 to LaRoche. It's interesting that Wade LeBlanc, in going 6 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs and 7 hits. 6 of the 7 hits were by left-handed hitters. Drew being the principal pain in the neck, as he went 4 for 4 with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. But LaRoche had an RBI double, and Kelly Johnson a single, another left-handed batter. The only right-hander in the entire lineup with a base hit tonight was Rusty Raya, and that was off the glove of Headley that rolled out into left field. Another fly ball. That's Denorfia, just shy of the warning path. 3 fly ball outs thrown by Ernesto Frieri, and we go to the bottom of the 8th at 9-3. At the 2010 Cox Taste of Downtown, September 1st from 5 to 9 p.m. Sponsored by Night and Day. Get your tickets at downtownsandiego.org. A taste of all your favorite foods at the 2010 Cox Taste of Downtown. Juan Gutierrez, the 4th pitcher for the Diamondbacks tonight.
Juan Gutierrez is usually their setup guy. 8th inning guy. Fastball slider change. Another hard throw. 95-97.
Eckstein leads off, takes it high. Well, the bullpen has been much maligned for Arizona, but in the 2 games of this series, the Padres in 6 2/3 innings have not been able to score on them, and only 2 base hits. Carrasco and Vasquez going 3 innings tonight, allowing only 1 hit between them. Eckstein, 3 consecutive singles tonight and then struck out, and he takes it high, 3-0. Been quite a 1-2 punch on the top of the order tonight for San Diego. Eckstein and Tejada, a terrific partnership. They've scored 6 runs between them. A couple of home runs tonight by the Padres. 2-run blast by Tejada, 3-run shot from Gonzalez. 3-2. And 2 home runs by the D-backs, both by Stephen Drew, solo homers to go with his pair of doubles. A 4-for-4 night, a spectacular night for Stephen Drew, career night. And Eckstein working Gutierrez for a walk, and that'll bring up Luis Durango. Eckstein on base for the 4th time. So Durango batting for Tejada. Give the veteran shortstop a brief rest here at the end of the game. After he had a 2-run homer in the first inning to quickly overcome the Drew home run that gave Arizona a brief 1-0 lead. Then a walk he scored and a single and scored in the 4th. Tejada. Durango takes a strike. Matt Stairs on deck is going to bat for Adrian Gonzalez as manager Bud Black with the 6-run lead, giving some of the bench players a chance to swing the bat. Ground ball to second. They'll have to hurry it to get Durango, and they do. 4-6-3 on the double play.
Hit too hard, huh? Nice turn at second base.
4-6-3, 2 quick outs, and here's Matt Stairs. Gonzalez grounded out twice, struck out, and hit a 3-run homer. And Matt, every time he pinch hits, with a chance to add to his major league record. Now 21 pinch home runs. And he grounds to Johnson on the first pitch, and that'll make it a very quick one, not a 1-2-3 inning, but 3 quick outs as Gutierrez out of the 8th. We go to the 9th. 9-3 San Diego. product. Richard is unbeaten in his last 12 starts against the National League West. That's really quite astounding.
And I believe here at Petco Park, Clayton Richard, since the trade with Jake Peavy, 12-6 here at Petco Park.
Big smile. He's ready to go Sunday. 2-2 pitch, swings outside. Full count to Reynolds. Swung on and missed. Reynolds strikes out for the first time tonight. Rusty Ryle struck out, singled, and fouled to first. The Padres looking for a win tonight that would give them an August record of 16-7, best in the major leagues. The whole world waiting for Buddy Black's team to rein up. Oh yeah, they said in April. How long would they win any games? Then in May, what are they doing up there? And then in June, well, they'll fade. July, yeah, this is, now they're going to see how
they're going to wear out.
Yeah, August, oh, no way. Popped up and Stayers there looking for a chance to make the play. Just out of his reach. Brief interlude there with one of the fans from Matt Stayers.
Oh, just off the glove.
And then he kind of fell into the young fan and hit him right in the chin with his glove, so he is apologizing.
Yep.
I think the ball came back there to Stayers and he handed him the souvenir. 2 balls and a strike now to Ryle. And a pop fly on the infield. Eckstein out. Ludwig's calling him off for the second out. So after being shut out last night, the Diamondbacks, by the combination of Richard, Frieri, Thatcher, Stauffer, and Mujica, but for Stephen Drew, another quiet night for the Arizona offense. He has 4, Drew 4 of the 7 hits, accounting for 2 of the runs on solo home runs. Hester, he's looking to just make contact. He's been up 3 times and struck out all 3 times. And another chance for Durango in center field. The center fielders have been busy. Ball game is over. The Padres win again. 9-3. Using the combination of the home run ball and solid pitching again. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here on this August 23rd at Petco Park, the San Diego Padres move 6.5 games ahead of the San Francisco Giants, their largest lead of this season. The first place Padres 9, Arizona 3. Buddy Black, mission accomplished.